break down. Stay with me on down. Break down. Okay, I'll put my pride down. Put down your attitude. You stop yelling at me, I stop yelling at you. We both said some things, most of it ain't even true.
Hello and welcome to another edition of the Breakdown. This is one of your hosts. This is Gator, aka Jacob. I got Sassy in here. I got Flo in here. We got Lala in here. Might have a familiar voice coming real soon. But thank you to everybody that has enjoyed our series on relationships. We wrapped it up. We did it last week. It's been getting a lot of love. Somebody actually hit me up and was like, man, I've been listening to that series. Y'all going in. So we appreciate all of the love from everybody social media, those who not on social media that just listen to us. We appreciate it. Make sure you go to Facebook, like the like page, join the group, and also on Instagram. You can also follow us. We do follow back. All our information is down below wherever you are listening to this. So make sure you check that out. Tonight, we finna go in. I entitled this show, This Is Just a Test. Why do you test people in relationships? Now, I posted a little short little synopsis in the group on the like page and on Instagram. Basically, just asking that question. Why people test each other when they're in relationships. It could be like somebody of the crew just brought up a minute ago. Somebody sending somebody to you to test you to see if you'll cheat, to see if you'll get a number, whatever the thing may be. Why do we do this? Now, somebody on our like page chimed in and said it's got a lot to do with insecurities. If you remember, we just did a show not too long ago about insecurities and why people have them. What happens when they act on them? Actually, that was the last show that we one part of it. We talked about that. And so that is true. Insecurities do have a lot to do with that. But like I said tonight, we got Lala, we got Sassy in here, we got Flo in here. We shouldn't talk about this thing because it happens a lot. I've seen a lot of people, especially on social media age that we're in right now. They might test you, send a friend towards you. Like your page, well, on let's say follow your page on Instagram, Twitter, whatever the case may be. Try to add you on Facebook, whatever the case may be, and try to holler at you. See if they can get you to talk to them and what you would say. My question is, why do we do that? What is the problem? What's the issue? Let's go around the room. What do y'all think? Anybody can start it off. Flo, Sassy, Lala, anybody can start it off. What do y'all think? What's the reason?
Well, I think the one scenario that you brought up as far as, like somebody testing, their partner by like sending, a decoy or whatever to try to see if they would, talk to them or whatever. I mean, I think that definitely is from huge insecurity. I feel like if you have to do that, then you shouldn't be in that relationship.
Hmm.
If you have to go through all of that, because in order for you to do that, you have to feel like the person is cheating on you, or that they would, you know what I mean, that they would fail the test.
Hmm. Does it have anything to do with the past being done that way? Do you think that's still an insecurity, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it could be that somebody, cheated on them in the past. It could be that they cheated. Because I think a lot of people's insecurities, like, there's people that I know at least Yeah, there are people that I know that, think bad of other people because of the bad that they know they have done, or
Mm,
things that, so like I know a guy who, you know, he cheated. I mean, well, he was dealing with a girl who had a boyfriend, and he saw
mm,
nothing wrong with it. You know what I mean? They had fun when they had fun, and he didn't have to be bothered with her. She had a man, and she wasn't. She just kind of hit him up when they, would hang out and whatever, and that was fine for him. But I
mm.
feel like that makes him paranoid in relationships because he knows what women are capable of, and also, he knows how what he was doing. So I think that can make you insecure going forward because of things that you've done, not only what's been done to you.
Hmm. Now I'm watching something, and I don't talk about the stuff that I watch, but I just recently started watching this series on Netflix. She's Gotta Have It. The last episode that I seen had something to do with that. The young lady who is the star of the show, kind of feels like she was in a relationship. Dude did her wrong, basically, the scenario. She want to be in that relationship or a relationship. Um, so she had other people that she wanted to be with, and she just was like, whoever, whatever the thing is. At the same time, when they found out, well, she found out the other person with other people, it was an issue. What do y'all think about that? Because it happens in real life. That's a real life stuff that happens a lot. Sassy Flow, La.
I don't want to answer all the questions. um,
Well, hey.
Anybody?
I don't know what's going on. Go ahead, Lala. What you think?
Yeah, go ahead, Lala. Go
Look,
ahead, go ahead. I like to hear your
I'm
insight.
waiting for
No,
Flo.
Mike, we need to hear from you. We need to hear. I mean, come on.
I'm coming. Go ahead, I'm coming. I got you. I got you. I want
I
to hear
just
this
think
one.
I think the whole thing of having all of us here is that we get everybody's opinion. I don't want to always it to always be my opinion.
Well, we gonna go around the room anyway,
I don't think he heard the question. Repeat the question.
but
Repeat the
so
question
there's
because
a
I don't.
situation and something I'm watching, and the young lady decides she does not want to be in a relationship for one reason or another, and decides that instead of her being in a relationship, she will be with other people or whatever the case may be. In her deciding to do that, I mean more than one person. Um, the people that she's with kind of had the same mindset, should I say? Yeah, they kind of had the same mindset of dating people more than one person. Um, the young lady, upon finding this out, had a problem with that. She had an issue. Is that the norm? Because it does happen on the regular. I hear stuff like that all the time. What do
I
y'all
wouldn't say
think?
I wouldn't say it's the norm, but it does happen. And I agree, past relationships with insecurities. That's why people do that.
Hmm.
Sometimes. I was actually in a situation like that, or it was brought to my attention one time. A young lady I was dating or messing around with, she was like, "I can see other people, but you can't see nobody." I was like, "No, that ain't gonna work." But some people bring that to the table and think it'll fly. For some people it just won't fly. But I wouldn't say it's the norm, but it looked like it's becoming the norm. Because if I'm not mistaken, when was it? I think when Jada Pickett and Will got married, they had an agreement to see other people, just like Monique and her husband, or she didn't feel a certain type of way about it. But I mean, it looked like now that, as in the older generation with the millennium age kids, that is the new norm. But me being from the old school, I don't think it's the norm, but it looks that way, in my opinion, that is transforming to become that way, though.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
because what
glad
I
I
was
didn't
saying
answer
is,
that question because that's not how I heard you. That's not what I. That's not what I thought
wait,
you were saying.
what did you thought I was saying?
No.
Say
I
it.
just
Go
want to make
ahead.
sure. No, wait. So I just want to make sure that I understand. So you're saying that the young lady is in a relationship.
No, she
She
was
nope.
in a relationship. She was in
Okay.
a
So
relationship,
she's
and
not in a relationship
because
no more. She just wants to do her thing and see other
yeah,
people, but she wants those people to
basically
just only deal with her.
yeah, she was basically just pretty much having sex with whoever, basically.
Okay.
But it was a set amount of people that she regularly was with. In her
Mhm.
process of doing that, she comes to find out a couple of those people have other people on the side, or they're doing the
Well,
same
not
thing
even
that
really on
she's
the
doing.
side, but yeah, that they're doing their
Yeah,
thing. She just like she's doing her
yeah.
thing, and she felt,
But
oh, okay,
her insecurity or problem, her issue was that they were doing it, the same thing that she was doing.
right.
Well,
Is
you
it?
can't have an issue with something if you're doing it. I mean, if you didn't, in my opinion, if you're in a relationship, or you think you're in a committed relationship, or whatever kind of relationship you think you're in, and you're seeing somebody else, and then you just assume. I mean, that's a conversation. Just like Lala said back before in the other show we had, we was talking about communication. Communication is the key, because you can come into a relationship and you think it's just you, and the other person is seeing somebody else, and you're seeing somebody else. You never know. But see, that's if you don't communicate, and
Yeah.
then you find out,
Yeah.
and then you catch something, then you're gonna be, and then you give it back to the other person that you're with. How does that look? Because you can't. It's hard to explain it. So you
Well,
have
that's
to
just being
communicate.
selfish. That's just being selfish for somebody to feel like, okay, I don't have to make any commitment to you, but I want you to make a commitment to me. You know,
Hmm.
I mean, I'm a firm believer of. Now, I don't say. I'm not
Yeah,
going to
clean it
say
up,
that.
Lala. Clean it up.
I'm not going to say that women should do the same things that men do. I'm not going to take it to that extent. However, I'm a firm believer of, in any relationship, friendship, whatever, you know, if you can do it, I can do it. You know what I mean? Like, not
Hmm.
necessarily to say that you would, but it's like, don't do to me what you don't want done to you. And I just feel like a lot of times, you know, people don't have that. They're selfish, so they don't have like that discipline or that concern, that caring concern for other people.
Hmm.
I mean, because how could you feel like, okay, I have, Jim, Bob, James, and whoever, and I'm gonna get upset because I find out that James is dealing with other people. Like, how do you even feel some type of way about that? How do you even care
Yeah.
because you're doing your thing?
But there are people that do that though. They
That's
have
the
an
whole purpose
issue,
of like
like
doing your thing, though. I
a
mean, is that you
major
don't have that
issue
attachment, I would say.
when they find out that you doing what they doing. Like it's, I could do it, but you can't. I
That's
know
that's
because
that's selfish
I,
to me.
I mean, I've been there where they thought I was doing something, and it all came out that they was doing something, and I was like, yo, I thought we was committed. I'm glad I wasn't wrong, dog, or nothing like that. So, but at the same time, you never know, especially in this day and age, because like what I was watching comes out, it ain't just men she with. So,
Now I'd have been mad because I can't join in. I ain't gonna tell you no. I
And
man, I
one of the
can't do
guys was one of the guys did have a problem with that. But I don't know. I know women have different tastes, and I know men have different tastes. People say I always date the same type of people. I don't know what that's about, but anyway, uh, they have a different or a type of person that they like to be with, should I say? Um, but to me, in that scenario, it seems like every person had uh, a different quality that she liked about them. So it was. I ain't saying it's right or nothing, but that was her thing, and she didn't commit to none of them, which a couple of them thought she did. So
I mean, it's
I
okay to do
I
what
don't
she.
know.
It's okay. Let me say this. I mean, I don't know about that many because you said a few and then you said a couple and then
Well, it was
you said
like
a few of them were doing this
altogether, it was
and
like, if I remember right, it was like four.
okay, that's a bit too much at one time. Okay,
Yeah.
so now I can definitely I can definitely understand. Hey, you're single, do your thing, protect yourself, make sure that you always use
Exactly.
protection, right?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
when you're just sleeping with people and you don't have any other connection or you're not seeing them on a frequent basis or it's somebody that's not they're not accounted for, like they're not coming home to you every night, whatever the case may be, y'all don't have
Mhm.
that understanding, then I definitely say you should always use protection until you get to that point or whatever. That there
Mhm.
is a relationship, that there is that understanding, whatever. So as long as you're using protection, I mean, do your thing. However, I think 4 people at a time is a bit much, but what I will say is I feel like the single period where have multiple options where you're like, okay, I like this from this person, or okay, I like this about this person. That kind of helps you formulate like what it is that you like and what you don't like, and you know, what you may connect with or what you may not connect with when you are dealing with once you're ready to date seriously, or whatever the case may be. So I
Mhm.
don't completely knock that. However, I don't understand how you can be sleeping with 4 people and expect any of those 4 people
Be
to be
committed.
committed to you. Like, something's wrong. Like, now you have
Yeah.
mental issues. Like, now
Say you got mental
something's wrong.
issues.
Yeah, no, you got to. You have to, because there's just
I've
no way that
seen
you
it
can.
though.
There's no
I've
way you can
seen
think
it.
in your mind that. I mean, and men
Like
do it all the
every
time.
scenario that I could bring up right now, I only talk about it because I've even been questioned, because doing shows for so long, so many years that I've been doing it. People always send me emails or uh, IM messages now that we on Facebook or Instagram and say, "Yo, this is the situation. This what's going on." Every scenario that you could think of in your head, I didn't heard. I'm talking about I didn't heard some crazy stuff, especially when they started off and say, "Well, okay, I'm in this relationship. This is what's going on." That's why I thought this would be a good show, because the, that question of testing people to see what happens, or if you will talk to this person, or I've heard of sisters um testing their dudes out. Like, I'm gonna test them, I wanna see what happens. Or even cousins, or friends. I didn't heard all that. I'm gonna test her out and see what happens. She been looking at you this certain type of way, which goes back to what we were saying a minute ago about the insecurity issue. Because 9 times out of 10, that's what it is. That's what's going on. What's the play? Um, okay, question. In this scenario, or in a situation where multiple people are involved, let's just say, you're being tested or whatever. What do you do? Especially if, let's say, for instance, you are the person that has multiple partners. Your partner knows this because y'all made it plain. Yeah, I always talk about communication is the key. You talk to your partner and let them know what the deal is. This is what's happening. Um, what do you do? Ain't nobody
That's a
gonna say
good
that.
question. That is a good
You
one.
know
What
what?
do you do?
Like I've never, like me personally, and I know a lot of people do this until they find the right person or the one they want to settle down with. Or okay, we're gonna make this official. They date multiple people. They go out and they date. One thing might lead to another. Sex might get involved. I know this happens.
Mhm.
What do you do if you're being tested? Because you don't know you're being tested.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. So you're saying if you're not in a serious relationship with somebody, and
Hmm.
you're just like kind of in that dating phase, and
But
you,
people test each other to see if that's the person they want to be with,
yeah.
right?
But what I'm saying is this: like, if I'm dating a guy, like we're just dating. There's no,
Hmm.
and I know I say this all the time, right? But there are levels to dating. So
Hmm.
when you are dating, you are dating. It means just that. You're dating, you're out there, you're available, you're open,
Hmm.
you're going on dates, you know, whatever. So if you are in a dating phase, you shouldn't be testing somebody like that to see if he would talk to somebody else. So first of all, you might get your feelings hurt and they might hit it off better than y'all,
True.
you
Hmm.
know. So, you can't play games with people like that. But if I was dating a guy, let's say, I met somebody or whatever, and let's say we went on 2 dates already, and we talked here and there, and, maybe we have a third date scheduled. I'm like, let's see if he'll talk to one of my friends. I mean, he probably absolutely would because he's
Hmm.
in a dating phase, just like you're in a dating phase. You
Yeah,
can't really, I think that would be dumb to
it
like,
kind of defeats the purpose.
somebody, yeah, and like get upset about it because now you may have given him a potential bay. But now if you're in the only time that I can say that you could maybe get upset about that is when once you have gotten to the exclusive stage where it's like, okay, listen, I like you. We've been dating for a while, and I feel like you're a good option. Let's see where this goes. I'm only going to focus on you. Are you agreeing to only focus on me? Like, are we exclusive? Just, it's just us. You know, if you have that understanding, then I can see you getting upset, or if you're in a relationship at that point. But anything prior to that, like, dating is just dating. Like,
So
why
calm
test
down.
somebody? Yeah. Like, if you can test somebody before you can have a conversation with them and say, hey, like, look, I'm really feeling you, like, and I want to see, like, if this will, what do you think about us being, making it exclusive? If you haven't had that conversation with the person or they haven't had that conversation with you, you shouldn't be, like, thinking about no future or nothing with them or, wanting to test them. I mean, that's just my opinion.
Okay. Mm. So I know Sassy over there hiding. I got Mike in here, Flores in here.
Yes, sir.
From a question, from a marriage standpoint, do you have a problem being tested
Yeah,
by
I do
your
because yes,
significant other?
I do because it to me is childish. But if that's what you want to see, if I'm going to crack or bend or break it, that's what you want. I'll show you. I mean,
Wait,
because
is
number
that a
one,
good way or a bad way? 'Cause
it can go. It depends on which way I'm feeling that day. It can go either way.
Because I heard it in your voice.
You can go to the left or you can go to the right. But yeah, and I mean, it has happened to me like that before. Like, have somebody text me, and like say certain things, and because like me per se, I don't answer numbers that I don't know. So if you call me from a different number, I'm not answering you. If you can't leave a voice message, I'm sorry, I can't do nothing for you. But I've heard of other people, married people that got tested, failed the test. Like it might be a friend that walk up to them somewhere that they never met before, or you know, somebody text you or hit you up on social media trying to talk to you. They just want to see how you're going to respond because in either past relationships, somebody has responded differently or responded the way that they expect you to respond. So they just want to test you to see what you are going to do per se as the person in the relationship. But um, sometimes you have to grow as a person. You have to let your past relationships go and deal with, and just see where it's going to go from there. But some people can't do that.
Yeah.
Just like certain people cannot leave their past ways alone. Like some people like to cheat, or just like you say, mess around with other people just for the thrill to see what's going to happen. But you have to, as a person in a relationship, you got to let your old ways go and start fresh and new. It's just like I said in the past and in past shows, as long as your past does not interfere with our future, I don't have a problem with it. You know what I'm saying? Because some people do have friends that they talk to, and they have people they do communicate with from their past. But whether it be somebody that is a significant other from your past or a bae, you can have good friends. Y'all could have had ended on a good note. Some people ended on a sour note, but some people just can't let it go because they might miss that old thing back, want that old thing back, or just miss whatever, or just to see if they still got it. Because hell, I remember back in the day, I used to do stuff just to see if I still had it, and I can admit it.
Is that cheating though?
Well,
Yeah.
you can consider it. Well, no.
That's what I was waiting for.
You can consider it cheating. It goes to a certain extent because the thing is, in my opinion, you can see if you still got it by getting the phone number or see if you still got the gift of gab.
That's still cheating. That's still cheating because the intent. So
but you don't have
in
to
my
act,
opinion, that's cheating. So
okay.
if I'm with somebody, right, and we're exclusive, we're whatever, we've come to that agreement. It's just you and me, like this is us. We're working on something greater, okay? Just me and you. That's the end goal. Marriage is going to be the end goal, whatever the case may be. And I go out with my girls, and I just want to see if I still have it. So, I spark up conversation with somebody, and they give me their number. That might have felt too good. Like that might have opened up a can of worms because I might be like, oh, okay,
yeah,
let me see what else number I can get.
That's what I was gonna say. That is true. It opens up another can of worms. But the thing about it is that, in my opinion, do you want to open up, just crack the can of worms? Do you want to crack the can of worms? Do you want to open it all the way out and just dump the whole can? Or you just want to crack it or open it just to see if you still got it and throw the can away? Because it's just like the number.
You're just trying to see if it's still fresh. That's what you're saying?
Yeah, because the thing is, you could, okay, and I was going to use that same example that, Lala used. You could be with your bae or you could be with your girl. And even if you with your bae, your boo, your baby, whatever you call them nowadays, you can still be with them. There's still some disrespectful people out there that will a female will slide a number to a man even though they with their girl, and vice versa. A man will do it
we've seen that.
A woman, and just to see what they're going to do. Are you going to call? But then again, it's that point where you say, "Oh, I got somebody I'm with. I don't need this number. Oh, I hold on to it until we leave the restaurant or whatever, and I'm gonna throw it away." You know what I'm saying? It's how you act on things, in my opinion. Just because you got the number, don't mean you have to call. Because I tell you, I can tell you from past experience.
Yeah, but what do you need a number for if you're not going to call? If you're not going to use it. For me, cheating starts with conversation. Cheating starts with that playful idea.
Now, I beg to disagree on that one, Lala.
If you say, listen, if you came to me and you said, listen, babe, like, I got somebody's number, I did not use it, I was just feeling myself, and I was just, whatever. I didn't use it, whatever. I'm not going to be like, oh, you cheated on me. I'm not going to consider it that you cheated on me. However, you may as well have had done it because now it's a trust issue. If you were my man and I told you that, hey, when I was out with my girls, this guy hollered at me and I got his number, and I mean, I didn't do anything with it, but I got his number, and it kind of felt good to like have somebody hollering at me, showing me attention, whatever.
I Mrs. Curry.
I mean, that's what I was getting ready to say. But now we're not going to go back on that though. We're not going to talk about that because she did not say that she wanted anybody to holler at her. That's not what she said.
And I understand that.
She didn't catch nobody like looking at her and like thinking like, oh man, she's whatever. She was saying that she doesn't feel like she's desirable to men, like her husband is desirable to women. However, she meant in like a looks kind of way, which I don't think she understands. Like, these women don't want your man because he look good; they want him because he got money. But anyway, that's a whole other situation.
But getting back to what you said about getting a number and telling somebody now, they could tell you I'm an open book. I don't have no problem discussing my past situations or shit that I've been through or gone through. But prime example, me and my wife, when we were, I can't remember, it was the beginning of our marriage, but a woman at her job was trying to holler at me. She would flirt with me all the time. Now, I speak because you're my wife's coworker. I'm not going to be rude. So one day, I'm passing by, leaving out the door. I had just finished talking to my wife. She stopped me and she talks to me. She gives me something. I ain't paying no attention. I put it in my pocket, just my third pocket, and forgot all about it. Didn't think nothing about it, nothing whatsoever. Now, my wife washing my clothes. She turns around and she goes through my pocket and she finds a number. Who is this? I'm like, what is what? Whose number is this? What number? I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about because I forgot all about it. She calls the number. I don't know if she recognized the name or she remembered the name or whatever, but she calls the number. She hears the voice and she's like, this, that, B from work. What's she doing with your number? She always flirting with you. I was like, what do you mean? What you doing with her number? And I was like, be honest, I was like, I didn't get her number. I was like, when I was at your job the other day, she stopped me before I was going out the door when I was by the kitchen, and she was talking to me, and I was conversating with her, and she gave me a piece of paper, and I ain't think nothing of it, and I slipped it in my pocket, and, whatever. Now, I wasn't trying to flirt with, she flirted with me, but the thing is, she slid me the number. I didn't use it. Wasn't no intentions on using it. If I knew it was a number, by the time I walked out the door, it would have been in the trash can out the door because, number one, she wasn't my type. Number two, first off, number one, I'm with somebody. And then number two, she's not my type because she was loose booty. So I'm not going to mess with no loose booty. You know what I'm saying? Now, if I was single,
loose booty is
loose booty. Loose booty just give the booty to everybody. It don't matter. You can get the booty for a Happy Meal. That's how bad it is. Nowadays, some girls do it for a cheeseburger and some fries. But hey, Happy Meal used to be the lick, but now hamburger and a fries, shoot, $2, you get to go. You ain't even got to buy a drink. But that's how it was, and it wasn't because that I was flirting with her, trying to come on to her. It was like she was flirting with me, and I knew she was flirting with me, but I didn't know that she gave me her number. But I didn't pay her no attention because I knew who I had, knew who I wanted, but it was a test. Now, could my wife had to test her to do that? I don't know. Now, and she was like, "Did you call the heifer?" I was like, "No, I ain't call her. You can ask her yourself. You can look through my call log. I ain't call her. I ain't even know it was a number. Tell you the truth." So, it be stuff like that. So, you know,
It is what it is.
yeah. But back in the day, even when I wasn't even in serious relationships, like I said, I see if I still got it. But that would be my friend. Ain't nothing wrong with having friends, in my opinion. And that was my motto because number one, if that relationship didn't work out, then I had my friend to fall back on. I know you might like me, so maybe we can take it from there a little bit further now that I'm single. But I always had that extra
Just
advantage.
in
That
case.
yeah, just in case, you know what I'm saying? So,
Whew.
but some people I do say some people do it because I've actually told my wife and other people, and I still to this day say the same thing. A woman that have you look at another man when you with him, and they's like, nah, it ain't all that. But you'll never know. We as men will never know because the woman could see a man, think he's cute, and be like, "Babe, that shirt look good on. That shirt look good. I think that look good on you." Now she could be checking out the man, just like the man could be checking out the woman. "Babe, them jeans look good on you. I can just imagine you in them tights, girl. That will fit you just right. It'll make that booty sit nice and right." You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay, so Flo, I asked Lala about why people test people. What do you think is the reason why they test them?
To see if they're gonna bite that bait, because some women and some men will test the other in the relationship just to see, okay, if I want to, and like I agree with Lala, it's kind of childish and it is stupid to some degree because some people test before I jump all the way out there in the water. Let me see if this is what I want. If he's truthful, if he's gonna be honest down the long run. Now, keep in mind, it's still a dumb test because number one, he might not bite now, but hell, later on down the line, y'all get married and in a committed relationship, he might bite on something else. You never know. That might not be his cup of tea.
Yeah, yeah, true.
But some people do it to see, okay, is he really truthful or is she really truthful, honest? If I got to go out of town, is she gonna be having some other man at the house or having some digits by some man or whatever? So you want to know these things, but it's other ways than trying to sit here and be like, see if you can holler at my girl or my man and see if he gonna take the bait because hell, you never know. They could set it up and you come home one day or he come home one day and then you find out and you see something that you just don't want to see. Just like Slick Rick said, you come home, you see the mailman way up your wife's throat. Vice versa. You catch somebody in the downstroke, you never know by playing these games, which are childish.
Yeah.
And it should be in a relationship, if you see something or if there's a red flag, then you should be able to say, well, it's time for me to go. It's time for me to leave. This is not what I signed up for, or this is just not where I want us to be or this relationship to be. So we just need to end it right here and there.
Yeah, because I always say, don't put yourself in that situation. But to be honest, sometimes you get caught up. It ain't your fault. You just get caught up in a situation.
I put it to you this way. Some people fail tests in school, used to fail tests in school. Some people fail tests in life. So they might test you and they might not be good at tests. You know,
I don't
they
know. I
might.
feel like if a person gotta test me like that, then you don't trust me. Like that's you
Now
can't
now
trust me.
now put it this way, La La, and I explained it this way, and that's understandable. I feel you, but then you got some men, you got some women that got that fire. So you might, your man might have, your babe might have that slinky minky monkey. You know what I'm saying? Or the slong donkey. I don't know, goddamn it,
What that
whatever
got
they
to do
call
with
it now.
anything?
No, but I'm just saying, you might put it on you. You might be. I'm not saying you. Some women might think that, well, damn, if he giving it to me this way, if I'm not around, is he giving it to somebody else? I want to make sure that he ain't giving it up to nobody else but me. Some men can't handle it. Now, me and Jacob know a guy. Promise you, straight up to this day, I ain't even gonna call his name, but cool dude. We used to work with him. He's single, but then he would be dating other women that he might be serious with. But he's still slanging the wanky danky to other people.
Oh yeah.
He was slanging wanky danky to other people. Now we work after hours. I done seen homeboy just, you know, from what I heard, he's well endowed. Now he just sit there and rub his leg up on somebody. Next thing you know, they in the back getting it on in one of the rooms. Hey, I ain't got nothing to do with that now. The crazy part is that he was slanging the monkey to one of the girls that work with us doing security. And she was slanging her monkey to somebody else, other people too. But it's the thing. You see what I'm saying? Why play when you know? Now he was single, she was single. So if that's the way y'all kicking it, but y'all having sex every now and then, but then what about the one that you real serious with? Because now he had some nice ones
Well,
back in the day. Because he even had a police officer. So I'm like, damn, you got a good one, young one. Why you messing it up? It's just that was just him. That was just how he rolled.
well, that's just because he was greedy. I mean, that's the definition of wanting your cake and eating it too,
Now, so
and have
I
ice
agree with
cream
that,
and everything else.
but some of us do like the cake and ice cream and eat it too with the whipped cream and the sprinkles. Now, I'm not gonna say you might have been guilty in your time back in the day that you wanted your cake and ice cream too. You know, because even when it
Okay.
comes down to testing people, and this is what kills me, and I've heard this. Well, I talked to this person because he's good at this, and this person is good at that, but the other person ain't good at that. So I keep both of them. One might give you head better than the other one. One might sex you down, dick you down better than the other. So if
Okay,
that's the case,
but that's where you teach you teach
exactly,
that person what you like.
exactly. That's what I'm talking about right there. You got to communicate. You got to tell them, put it down this way, hit it this way, stroke this way. It's all about communication. Then you don't have to worry about testing this person or testing that person. You see what I'm saying?
Mm.
Yeah, that's true.
But then,
It's,
and then, now I'm gonna really hit on something now, Jacob. Then we have the ones that test just to see if they can get somebody to take them off the market, and then they still act stupid when they got the person and it's a good person. Just don't treat them right.
hmm. Yeah, that's.
Cause like I can be single, throw my bait out there, test and see if I still got it. Oh man, I done got a live one. I got a nice, beautiful fish here. Okay, I got her. I tested my waters. I got her. Now I got her. Now I ain't doing nothing with it, so I'm just leaving her stale on the side of the road and just treating her like shit. Nah, you got her. You should keep her. If that's the case, you shouldn't have never tested the water. If you tested the water and you got her, whatever you're gonna do with it, just be honest. Like, okay, I just want to have sex with you. I want to do this to you.
But
Don't
that's
get
too
into
hard
this.
for people to do. That's the problem. People can't even be honest with themselves, let alone be honest with somebody else. I mean,
That's true though too.
that's the problem.
But
That's the
but
whole
but
problem.
you but just like what was that young lady that came on the show that one time from the other sister show, Jacob, that she was saying you need to communicate and tell me you want, because I might want the same thing that you want. I might not want a
Oh yeah,
relationship. I just might want to hit and run. Now, see, I can respect that.
Absolutely. And I've said that before too. Like you never know where I'm at, whatever point in my life. I might not want a relationship at the time. And just seeing you when I can see you or whatever the case may be might actually work for me. It might fit more for, where I'm at the current moment. That's why I say like if you could just be honest with people, like but that would be too much like right. You know? It would be too much like right. And people are fake and phony. If a person can't be real with themselves, they can't be real with nobody. And I'm like a firm believer in that.
I agree. I agree with that.
Yeah, it's good.
It's,
Like
I mean,
I don't like Drake, but I love this one line that he says in the song. He said, "She can still have a Grammy. I'ma still treat her ass like a nominee." You want to know what that pussy like? One time is fine with me.
mhm.
And that's how some men and women are. They just want to see how it is one time. So if that's the case, say that hey, I just want to sit here. I want to know what the hit like. I want to know what you feel like. I want to know what you're down. Just be honest.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because then you ain't got to get into the games or whatever. Like, oh, I got you. Let me test the water. Make sure you ain't gonna get this away. Or you might hit it and be like, damn, this stuff just good. Or she just did some freaky shit to me, and I need to keep this. Let me make sure she ain't giving this out to nobody else.
She might not call you back.
That is true, because you might not have airmailed that dick like you supposed to. Tell you
No,
the
it might
truth.
not even be that. It might
Oh
not even be
Lord.
that. It might not even be that. It might be that where she's at in that point in her life, maybe she's not trying to get attached to nobody. Maybe she don't want any attachment. So it could be good and somebody not call you back. Definitely. I mean, speaking for myself, I can say that, um, you know, good dick don't
Baby,
rule
better
me.
take notes on this
So
one,
if
baby.
they
Take
might have
notes, baby.
put it, they could have put it down and whatever the case may be, but because I'm headstrong and I'm like, okay, yeah, that'd be great, but that's not really what I'm trying to do at the moment, or I'm not really trying to be head over heels for nobody, or I'm not really trying,
Yeah,
that's
but you
probably
ain't got to
my
be head over
situation.
heels for nobody. You can just be head over heels for the waiting.
Yeah, but
You
that's
know what
how
I'm
it
saying?
happens. No, that's how it happens when it's great like that. When it's great like that, okay, that's what gets you caught up if you don't check yourself. That's where you
Be an
start.
issue.
So once you know that it's something that can get you caught up, that's where you have a decision to make. Either
You gotta
you're gonna
check
let it
yourself
drag
before
you
you
down
wreck
that
yourself.
path, right? Either you're gonna let it drag you down that path, or you're gonna be like, you know what? Yeah, I gotta stay, I gotta stay away from that right there.
But
That's
you was
not.
already
And
drugged
see, and
down the
that's where
path
people,
already.
and that's where people get caught up at though, and that's what I'm saying about how cheating starts with when you doing that testing stuff and all of that, and you feeling yourself and you just want to see if you still got it and whatever. Cheating starts right there because your mind is already like, what happens if you do end up getting caught up with this person and you can't make that decision. You and your lady going through it or whatever, and this situation over here looks 1,000 times better than your situation, and you mess around and it is good or whatever. They're giving you something that you're not getting at home, and now you're stuck because you can't make that decision to be like, you know what, I'm gonna leave that alone.
Okay, I got a
So why
question
why
for you.
even why even do it?
I got a question for you, Lala.
Hmm.
So I know you ain't the norm, but you are a woman. You probably could answer this question. Now just jumping off a little bit off subject. Um, I have a friend who is single, not in a relationship, not in that type of stuff. I don't know if he's dating anyone or whatever. Um, he has a friend that he told me uh is continuously sending him videos, explicit kind. He just drops them in his box. It's not her, but it's It's just these. Every time she sends him a video, it's explicit. What is the Well, no, I ain't gonna ask that one.
Wait, repeat
Uh,
that last part.
what about? It's not her. It's not the young lady that's sending him the video. That's in the video,
Uh-huh.
but she continuously sends him these explicit videos.
Oh, I get what you're saying. So, like, she's not sending her videos of herself. She's sending
Yeah,
him, like, explicit, like, memes and stuff.
yeah,
Like, let's
Wh-
just say she's sending them porn videos that they're not her,
yeah.
but it's
I took it.
sexually suggestive.
I told him that she wants him, and she just sending him these videos to give him
But
a
what
hint.
does he say when she? But what does he say? What is his response when she sends him those videos?
He be well. I don't know all the time, but what the last time he hit me up, like, dude, and he sent me the video. He was like, dude, look at this. Look what old girl just sent me. And I was like, what the? Wait, she just sent this to you? He was like, yeah, she sent it to me through Facebook Messenger. I'm like, what? So I don't know if she has his number. I don't know if because I ain't get a chance to ask him all that. But I don't know if he's surprised by it, if he's tripping by it, how long this has been going on. But he says this isn't the first time that this has happened. He's asking me, what is not the scenario, but what is she trying to say?
Well, I mean, I
this?
would think, I mean, without knowing all of the information and just going based off of, what you said, I mean, I would think that she's trying to drop a hint. That she's, because, I mean,
I don't know why
yeah,
that just popped in my head, but I was like, that's what I told
that's
him.
got to be the case. I mean, but what are his reactions? What is he saying? Is he like, ooh, I like that? Or,
Come on now.
I don't know. Like, it's, because I don't know if he's ignoring her, why she would continue to send them. So I don't know if there's some communication going on. Like, I don't know. There's more details that I would need. But I mean,
yeah. See, I don't know that. See, I ain't get a chance to ask all that. He just sent me. He sent me the video, and he was like, "Look what I just got." And I'm like, "From who?" And he told me who it was. And so he had talked to me about her before. And I was like, oh, so y'all hooking up? Y'all whatever. Because I figured it was like the norm. But then the way he said it, he was like, man, I don't know what the deal is, bro. What is this supposed to mean? I ain't trying to make fun of his voice, but he was like, he didn't understand what was being said. I think, well, honestly, he's been in a long-term relationship for a minute. It didn't go anywhere. He's single again, so he's back out on the market. At the same time, I don't know if he's tripping because it's from the person that it's getting sent from, or the video itself just tripped him out. And he was just like, what is this supposed to mean? I don't understand. And I was like, well, I think she tried to give you a hint. She wants something to go down. And that was just my interpretation of it, without knowing all the details. But I figured I would ask because, you a woman and let me get back on topic.
I think, like I said, I mean, if it was not that I would do that, because I don't really know why I would send. I mean, hold on, let me say this: I wouldn't be sending videos of myself either, but I don't know why I would be sending somebody videos of other people, or know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like I said, I'm a communicator, so I don't have a problem with
Hmm.
saying, how I feel or what it is that I want or anything like that. So I mean, I
So
just
you
don't
just
know. But
walk up to
I would
me and
imagine,
say, "I want you."
yeah. I mean, yeah,
Oh, did you say yeah? Oh,
yeah. I would say. I mean, I would definitely if I instead of sending somebody like sexually suggestive videos and stuff. I mean, yeah, I would just be like,
That's erotic. It gets the people going.
what?
That's erotic. It gets the people going.
I mean, I'm just
like,
saying,
oh,
like,
that's how
I
you
don't know why
feel? Hey,
I don't know why I would send videos instead of, I mean, of other people instead of just seeing like, what's up.
Well, you can send a video yourself. It don't matter. Then you want to see how far the leg can go back behind your head. You don't know. I don't.
But
Hey,
you don't see that's the problem. You don't send people video those people that you don't. Okay, I'm assuming this is somebody. Is this is just a Facebook friend, right?
yeah, yeah.
it's them damn millennium
Like
children. I'm telling
together
you.
or none of that. So at that point, you're not even dating this person, and even
Nah, they
I know
ain't dating.
I know I expressed to you guys on the man cave how I don't even think that when you're dating somebody that they deserve those type of things like videos and whatnot. So yeah, definitely wouldn't do videos of myself.
Oh well.
Like
Okay,
that's
what
kind of
about if
crazy.
y'all made a video?
I wouldn't make a video. That's stuff that you do.
Oh,
That's stuff that you do with your husband, right? And I'm gonna tell you the reason why. No, I'm gonna tell you the reason why because
You sound
there's a
disappointed.
different level of you're you're supposed to be able to have that level of trust with your husband, right? And it's your
Mm,
husband's job to protect you, respect you, all that kind of stuff. So that's
right.
something that you can do between, a husband and a wife. You know what I mean? That's if they do wrong by it, they do wrong by it, and that's on them. But if you out here sending people videos and you out here making videos, and this is just somebody that you're dating or somebody that you're just sleeping with, you kind of can't get mad if it gets, if it gets sent to somebody or like what did you think was gonna happen? Like I said, men are careless. Men are careless. Some men are careless. So
Clean it up. Clean it
they
up.
may not have like a lock on their phone. They may lose their phone. They may leave their phone. Whatever. If he's sleeping with you, then he got a messy baby's mom, and now she wanna she goes through his phone because she knows his passcode or whatever the case may be, has access to his cloud or whatever. Now she got your video, and she's not mature enough
Yeah.
to delete it or come at him for it. Now she want to post you on Facebook or expose you, whatever. You don't even have nothing to do with whatever they got going on. You know what I'm saying? Stuff you got to think about stuff like that. So I
Hmm.
mean, not to say that people deserve that, but I mean it's kind of dumb for you to just do something like that and there's no level of real commitment. That's just my personal opinion.
Mike, what you think?
We know what Mike thinks.
that
To Flo over there, like, man, what?
I ain't said a word. I agree with it to a certain extent, but I mean, it does depend on how the level of trust, though. But teach his own. But the millennium children be snapping all kind of pictures.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
heard that. Ugh.
even the
Ooh.
younger ones, even the kids in high school snapping pictures.
And I don't know if warning to the wise. I don't know if y'all remember this, but a while back, it's been some years since I heard about it. But speaking of Facebook, Facebook was dropping people photos off they phone and posting them. This happened a while back, and people was tripping like, "Why is my pictures on Facebook? I never posted this."
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it happened recently, but I know it back then. It's been a few years since I heard about it. But I thought about that when you said that, like, stuff just popping out your phone, being on Facebook or Instagram or something crazy. I don't know. But anyway, we're talking about why. Why do we test? What is our testing mode? Um, okay, one last question before we end this because we got to wrap it up. Would you test a significant other?
No,
Why not?
because
Why
I don't.
not?
I think I've already explained that. Like, I don't.
Because you
If
don't
I
think
feel
it's
like if I feel like I have to test you, then there's
you
already doubt
shouldn't
in
be
my
with it.
mind about you, and I feel
So
like you
you
shouldn't be with that person. If you feel like you can't trust them, you should not be with them. I would say instead of testing a person, maybe give them some scenarios, have that conversation, and ask them like, it, are you open to dating other people?
Yeah.
Tell them what you are comfortable with, what you're not. Like, hey, like I'm, me, we're not obligated. You do your thing, I'll do mine. Like I feel like at some point we'll have a conversation. I want us to have a conversation once we decide to be exclusive or whatever. But I feel like if you, like I said, just communicate to that person what it is that you want, what it is that you expect from them, and
hmm
ask them, whatever. If there's something that you're meant to find out, you will find it out. Like the universe just works like that. Like it just works like that. So if there's something that you're supposed to see, something that you're supposed to find out, it will come to you, and then that'll be the point that you catch that person, in a lie. But I definitely don't think that you should be out here testing folks. No, I don't, because it could backfire on you.
blow up in your face. Hello?
Mm-hmm.
Boom.
What
Just
you
like
think?
that. I
You
agree with
agree?
Lala. Yes, I agree with Lala 100%.
If you test, you might get tested.
Now you might fail that motherfucker.
Right, right. If you test, you might end up with a failure.
Table turn around and you find out what you really don't want to know is true. That has happened too with people testing people. So yeah,
Right.
be
So no, you
careful.
shouldn't test people. It's crazy to be out here testing people, and yeah, that's pretty much it for that.
Flo, I appreciate you. Miss Lala, we appreciate you. Sassy, we appreciate you. We were supposed to have a guest up in here, but she got some issues going on. We're gonna try to get her back next time. Make sure y'all check out all of the shows, not just the breakdown on the Tone Deaf Radio Network. Check out all the shows. There's a lot of great shows that just joined the Tone Deaf Network. And in case you don't listen to the Man Cave, make sure you check out the Man Cave. Um, the Man Cave drops on Friday, I want to say, on everywhere you can stream and listen to podcasts. Check it out because this week's show, there is a lot of cast members from other shows that are on the Man Cave, including Lala and myself. Um, you will really, really, really enjoy this show. I promise you that. So make sure y'all check out the Man Cave. That's another show that I'm on all the time anyway. Next week, we gonna keep it going. We gonna keep it flowing. We gonna let y'all know what we doing and where we going with everything. Make sure you go to the breakdown on the like page on Facebook, the group, and our Instagram page. All of those links are down below wherever you're listening to this. We appreciate you. Our likes are going up, and we try to make sure we keep great content and conversations on the like page. You can find all of us there, as well as Miss Sassy and Queen is actually on the like page. So if y'all been looking for her, I know people been sending me messages asking where she was. Queen pops up on the like page a lot. So make sure y'all check out the like page. Other than that, join us next week, same time, same place. And by all means, you might go through, you might have ups, and you might have downs. But by all means, don't break down. We'll check y'all out next week. Peace.
Watch the breakdown.